Okay, we're back with this set, and this is what we've got so far. We've got that one, and we've got a car. And we've got the final bag number, break something on the something or other. Break, we don't need that anymore, we'll just put that over to the side. We've made a huge mess with the crumbs and everything here. So on this on this terribly neglected channel. Why have I got an extra wheel? Oh, there's a lot more than I thought. It's late. I shouldn't be doing this. But I'm terribly neglecting this channel, so I have to do it. I have to get this done. We've done all this. So now we are up to... Yeah, I get it. I should have prepared, but I didn't. Yes, I have to go to sleep. It's actually kind of early, but it's end of daylight savings, so it's all an illusion, and so I want to take advantage of the fact that it is in fact slightly earlier than I think it is, or my body thinks it is. So I'm gonna lie to myself. Right, so that one goes there. So it's been quite an exciting few weeks, I think. Because I haven't actually, it's not been a few weeks. I think it's been a week and a half since I did the last video, so not so good. At my current rate, I'm never going to get the hundreds of Lego sets that I now have accumulated done, and the other bits and pieces that I wanted to do. So we really got to start, I've got to start doing this thing first thing in the morning, is when I really want to do it. So that one's going to go like that. That's going to look like that, and then we're going to put a sticker, which I've actually lost the sticker sheet, so we're not going to do a sticker, but that's their roll mat and their sleeping bag, which is what I'm about to be doing because I just yawned. Yeah, and I was supposed to do a let's play video and play Smashy Road, so because I've finished it, I've done that game. Well, I haven't quite done it, like, it's just like, it's time to move on to a new game. But I'm not very good at going on to new games. But that's not how you do it. That does not look right. Is it this way? Okay, so it goes like that. But they've announced the Nintendo Switch 2. And to be honest, it's exactly what everyone thought it was, I thought. So I'm like, oh, am I going to have to get that? I've been quite happy with my Switch. I don't know if I'm going to be in a rush to purchase a new one. So let's go there. I'll wait. Like, the Switch is the closest I've ever been to being, you know, current generation. So I don't know if I want to make that a habit. Alright, so that goes there, and we've made this. I don't actually know what to make. Oh, this is the sign thing. I don't know what this is. I'm just pretending. I've forgotten the picture on the front of the box already. It's literally gone out of my mind. Because I'm good that way. What's this piece here? What are these things? I don't have any of those. What are they talking about? This is all the pieces that I've got. I've only got these ones. Have I done something wrong here? What? Oh no, there's this entire bag right here. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you. I actually thought this last bag was going to be a bit trivial, but it turns out that it's not. So I've again made a poor decision to be doing this at this time of night. So that goes there, and then we can close it over like that, and that's what that looks like. So I can kind of guess what the next page is, and I guessed 100% correct. So we will go with that, and then we're going to find, oh gosh, this thing, and we're going to spend a few moments trying to work out which way around it's supposed to go. I think it goes that way, and that one goes there, and let me guess, is it going to be this thing? It is. That piece. Is that. I put that piece on without actually looking at number 5. You can't tell where my eyes are, which kind of ruins the entire thing. Well, this is slightly different though. We've stepped it up. We've moved on to something a bit more upbeat and catchy with a nice rhythm and some, I don't know. Anyway, last week I had to do my speech for this drama class thing that I'm doing, and you have to do a speech. And I kind of mucked it up a little bit halfway through, and I'm kind of going to regret it for the rest of my life. Because I really wanted to do a speech. Like a rehearsed speech that I did from memory. I wanted to be able to do it without like a cue card or a prompter or something like that, because it's like I think I've got a lot better over the years at giving speeches. If I have the speech right in front of me or I have cue cards, I'm sure I could have pulled that off. But I decided to challenge myself, and that was perhaps the worst thing I've ever done. Other people had cue cards in the class, but I'm like, I don't think those are cue cards. I think you've literally got everything written down. So yeah, how come my one does not look like that picture? Look at that, I've got that completely wrong. Well, no. I'm supposed to put these over here. No? How did I get this so wrong? Oh no, what am I going to do? So, is that supposed to go this way? Okay, so that's what it looks like. I've got this completely the wrong way around. Oh no, how am I supposed to... I don't know if I want to fix this. This is going to take time. I'm going to have to. Anyway, what was I saying? So, those actually go on the... Oh my gosh. Oh no, this is tricky. No. Alright. No, I haven't got time for this. Brain exhausted. Can't go on much longer. Okay, so that goes there. And that goes there. This side is easy though. We can fix this one up. That's just these two blue bits. Okay, so we're kind of looking correct. And then this one is this black piece, and that one. We have returned... Well, that doesn't make sense. I should have left it the way it was and taken... Oh, great. Great. Okay, so the problem was not what I thought it was. The problem was that. But then it doesn't look right. Oh my gosh, how did I get this? Because I know why I got it wrong, because it's upside down for me. And so give me a break. And then that one's going to go there. And that one's going to go there. Oh my goodness. Alright, and then we have to take those off yet again, because I had that part actually correct. And then we're going to put this around. This is making for riveting television. The studio execs must be having a great time at this. Alright, and gosh. So what do these have to look like? When I close the lid, that's going to go up like that. Alright, and when I take this one off, that's going to go there. Yeah, so the speech. We'll just finish up the discussing the speech. Yeah, I'll regret that for a long time. So we close the lid, and then we open the lid, and then we have to put more white bits there. And we've done it. That was the longest 2 pages I've ever had to do. But now the speech stuff is over. We're going to hopefully do more drama-y stuff, which is what we're all in for, what we're here for. And that goes there, and I've broken it, so I'm fixing it, because that's what you do when you break things. And we need one more piece, which I think I've managed to find, because it's right there. So nice. So all good. And yesterday, pretty crazy, I watched for the first time in years. In fact, maybe the first time ever. I'm pretty sure I have watched. I watched The Last Starfighter, which is this very cheesy 80s movie from the 80s. So, you know, as opposed to 80s movies that were made in 2017 or something. So that goes there, and this is it. Well, that's nice. It's very specifically Matt built, this thing, isn't it? It's exactly for this. Is this little tent thing being used in any other circumstance? Have they always had to be made this way? Time to look things up on Bricklink or Brickset or one of those websites. So we're going to open that up, and then it's going to turn into a little tent, which is actually quite neat. So that was well worth it. That was a lot of drama, but we got there in the end. Speaking of drama, that was a lot of drama. And if we fold it back up, it looks not like the picture. Wait, does it fold over like that? Are you meant to fold it? Yeah, I think you're meant to fold it over, and then you're going to put the ladder on, and the ladder is going to hold it into place, which is nice. So, and that's going to go plonky. I don't feel like that has the clutch power that I would kind of come to expect from Lego. And the roof is definitely not going to have the clutch power, but I'm kind of accepting that. I think that's fine. And so we can open that up at a later point. But we're gonna finish what we started. I did go to the A shop today and bought some more bicycle gloves, because yet again I've always got like one of the same. Like I have a lot of bicycle gloves, but every so often they all just sort of turn into one particular hand. So right now most of them are all the left-handed gloves, and I'm like, what happened to all the right-handed ones? But sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes it's just like, well, where happened to all the left-hand gloves? All I got was right-hand gloves. So I ended up buying another pair of gloves today. So now I have at least one right-hand glove, which we'll have to do until next week, when I will have only like right-hand gloves. Thanks to the power of rainbows. Good old rainbows. You gotta love them. So that goes there, because if you don't love them, they will come for you in the night. And you can't see rainbows at night. That's the trick. That's why they do it. All right, they're not visible, so they're easy to disguise themselves. And that one goes like that. How is this thing going to go on the top? What have I done wrong? Is that got to go all the way? Am I having to push this through all the... What the heck? That's a lot of holes to have to push that through. What is the point of that? Just to make it extra secure. Okay. So then that one can go on the top. But this is a telescope. My goodness. I'm going to have to be honest here. This is actually looks kind of cool. So that's, I don't know exactly. That's the telescope. That's not actually that bad. That's quite clever. Okay. Says the person who's never actually owned a telescope. Though, whenever there is a partial eclipse or a total eclipse of the moon, I never manage to get round to actually remembering it or things. But it always turns out that the moon is directly facing my front door, and I get a really good view. But I only get a good view of the moon after the event. Like we had a partial eclipse recently that was apparently reasonably good to watch, and I missed out because I didn't actually. No one had mentioned it. It's like I'm sure when I was a kid, you had any eclipse, and all the kids would be talking about it. But these days, when you're an adult, nobody mentions eclipses until you read it on. You log into some social media thing, and there's like a small reference. Oh yeah, partial eclipse tonight. That actually looked okay. I know it's a partial eclipse, but it still matters to me. So that goes there. It matters not much because I didn't actually watch it, but The moon was there. But anyway, the point was the moon is right in front of my front door. So maybe I should get around to getting a telescope. But I won't. I have a camera that can take pretty good photos of the moon with me holding the camera in my hand. Like, it's got a weirdly good, like, you can zoom in well, and it takes at night photos with good quality. So I don't know how magic works. So there you go, and there you go. And now we're going to put this thing, which is like a letterbox for letters, and I have some stamps. I have some authentic. I finally went round and bought a packet of Kiwi stamps. So you can buy these and then you can use them forever and ever to send stamps, as long as the postal delivery service struggles to stay alive in the world of the internet. No matter what the actual price is, though. So I've bought all these stamps over the years, and they must know this, and I have lost them over the years and not got around. I have a friend who I want to send postcards and letters to, and I'm like, I'm going to do it, but I bought these stamps and then I lost them. And I bought those stamps, and I'm going to do my very best to not lose them until at least I've sent a couple of letters. So that goes there. And that goes there. And we've got 12 minutes left. So that's it. So anyway, I watched The Last Starfighter. We didn't even talk about that, and it was cheesy, and the computer graphics were impressive for the time. I kind of remember watching it. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I have watched it, but it's not like you know, Starship Troopers, where people are like, wow, their special effects, they still hold up after all these years. Which for the most part they do, I think, in Starship Troopers, but I don't think they do in The Last Starfighter. But they're still impressive for their time, like the first major film that I think I saw. I don't know if it came after, like, it's more impressive than Tron. But the Tron teaser trailer came out today. If you're for the new Tron movie, and I'm sure everybody is like, oh my gosh, the new Tron movie? That's the thing I'm looking forward to most this year. Nothing else matters. It's got Jared Leto in it, and everybody loves him. So, well, actually they don't. They always go, how does he get a job? How does he still keep getting jobs? Maybe this will be the one where he pulls off the big blockbuster film, and everyone's like, you know, that Jared Leto was pretty good in that film. So here's hoping, fingers crossed. Give the guy a break. That's what I say. Haven't actually gotten around to watching Morbius. So I should do that so that I can. And I haven't got around to watching the original Suicide Squad film. So, yeah, I'm mocking him without actually having watched his notoriously terrible films or roles. He was good in Requiem for a Dream, of course, which is that film that I was always like, well, I'm never watching that film again. That was too depressing. But I did get a hankering to watch it again a few years ago, but didn't. So maybe I'll get around to doing that. And I'll watch The Plague Dogs just for the heck of it, which is not true. I'm not going to do that. That's a watch that film one time type of film. So we're going to go there. We're going to go there. So I was actually talking to a film. I mentioned The Plague Dogs to a friend just yesterday, because I was talking about another book that I was reading, which is this Goodbye Cat Stories or something, which is by the person who made the Traveling Cat Chronicles, and how I was making a comment that there was the very first, it's a book of short stories, and the very first short story is like, oh, well, that's a bit sad. I had some few tears in my eyes at the end of it, unexpectedly, because I didn't think it was going to end in a sad way. But foiled again. So we were talking about sad animal media. So that one can go kind of like that. This is a very strange... Is this thing going to pop off? Like, oh, it opens up like that. I love it. Okay. I could have seen that coming, actually, if I was paying even the slightest bit of attention. So that one goes there. If I wasn't talking about sad cat stories or sad animal stories. And that goes there. And then we can open that up. And what else are we going to have? We're going to have these blue... No, we're not going to have blue blocks. We're going to have, okay, that. And that. And that. And that. And that. And we're going to take this thing. We're going to drop it on the ground. Put that on. And this is going to be my little receiver dish for receiving cutlery and other kind of utensils, and that can go there. And teacups. So that's my receiving teacup. So that goes like that. Nice. And then we can open it up, and then we have to open it up. So we open it up, and then we've got this thing, which is the folder, which will have some star charts on it. Use your you can't even see that. Use your imagination, star charts, and they can just go in the book thing. And we'll close that up. And this is what the wheels are for. Right, because I was confused. I actually this is why this thing is completely confused me, because I forgot that there was a trailer, and I just thought this entire bag was going to be making a little tent thing on the roof. So really have to start paying more attention to things in life. And now we've got to take my telescope, and we can take our telescope apart, and then the telescope, one side's going to go on this bit, I think, or it's going to go like that. How do I get this to... Okay, I think it goes like that. And then this one's going to go... How's this going to go on? It's going to go what? How do you get it to look like it's coming out? Okay, look at the picture. So... It feels like it goes a lot further ahead, if you put it that way. Like, it doesn't look like it... No, it does match the picture. Okay, fine. There's still an awful lot of pieces, but those are all spares. What the heck? Okay, what the hey, sorry. And we'll put that together, and then we've done it. We've made our little tent mobile, and we've got to put some... We've got lots of extra spares. An awful lot of spares. Look at that. That's a good collection of spares there. I've already lost one of the characters. So that's her, and the other character disappeared. I forgot her name. Her name, oh, how could I forget her name? Her name, of course, we're missing Nova. I don't know what I did with Nova. But we can have that guy from that TV show. It's all about... This guy from All About Sweaters and Llamas. And now I don't know where she went. Nova, what have you been doing? So anyway, that's Nova and Aaliyah. Aaliyah hung around, but standing in for Nova, it's Dinosaur. Good work, Dinosaur. So we made this thing. That was pretty good. Quite fun. I enjoyed that. So thanks for watching, and we're gonna open up the little tent thing just to finish it off. And we open it up. So I was just a bit worried about the ladder, but that actually makes a lot of sense. So the ladder goes down, and then Aaliyah, she's like, well, I don't know what happened to Nova, but I'm stealing her van. But at first I'm going to have a nap, and so she's going to climb in and get in there. In you go. Whose car is this? I just assumed it was Nova's, because Nova's a kind of nerd name. So, why she got a red torch? Did we even make the torch? I don't remember even making the torch. This is a special science torch, and that's why it's red. So, because you can see she's driving it there, but then things in the back. Maybe she's not driving it. What side of the car is the steering wheel on? Oh my gosh, it is Aaliyah's. Wow, there you go. That's what you get for judging people. Aaliyah's not a nerd's name. What's going on? Actually, Nova's not really a nerd's name. Nova's a kind of a cool name. So, that's it. Thanks for watching. Any other play features? Oh yeah, the roof comes off. That's always a good... but does the front come off? That's what I want to know. Thanks for watching. Bye.